Your Majesty! Your Majesty! Our attack preparations. We are ready and standing by. On your command!
There's no need for you men to go anywhere.
Drowned inside the lake outside, away you go.
Grow now.
And this I
Yoibo.
know.
I know you can win. Against the gods. Against fate. Most of all, against me.
It's been a minute, but without further ado, we got God of High School, so let's waste no time. Alright, so check it. The anime starts with the introduction of these three brothers. Apparently, these three idiots thought they were being slick by trying to shut down another CEO, in which his name is Mujan Park. Obviously, this guy's underlings are
actively riding his shit.
but then out of nowhere, Fire Shit notices all the birds in the sky running away from something. And then it got dark out of nowhere. Wind started moving. And that's when these three realized
that they fucked with the wrong name.
all three of these guys got passed judgment by God. What the fuck going on? Mujan Park moving like he's God himself. The anime just started and these three guys got swarmed out. We didn't see this little ass kid, and apparently he's the MC of this series, and his name is Mori Jin. And it seems to be that his grandpa's just leaving him in the middle of the street. I don't know what the fuck going on. But then the scene then cuts to Mori much older in his apartment. Bro even got a broken clock too. I know that smoke detector needs batteries. Bro realized last minute that he's late for school already, but low key though, he was moving with that bike. Bro right off a cliff and somehow was still riding that shit. Wait, wait.
Pause.
Apparently he's rushing because today's a very important day because a fighting competition called the God of High School is happening. See, then cuts to this guy clocking out for his shift, checking how much he got paid, and obviously that shit is low. Talking about he finna have to pick up more hours. Man, just get your money up. We then see these karate guys sitting down sobbing because they couldn't make it to the God of High School tournament, as we see this girl walk up to these guys and starts glazing them, which caused them to geek out. Then we see Mori Jin still trying to find his way to the tournament, and as he's doing that, he then sees an old ass lady getting her wallet stolen. So obviously, because Mori Jin, you know what I'm saying, he cares for the citizens, he gonna get that shit back in blood. Also, this guy's rapping is gas, I won't even lie. But man, Mori was still moving with this bike crazy. Bro was going at least 50, catching up to a motorcycle. What the fuck is with that bike? Just before the guy thought he lost Mori, this guy uses the trunk ramp to run up to this guy, but he ended up riding his bike straight towards the girl's head. Now I know that shit hurt, but then out of nowhere she ends up helping him too. Regardless though, it still took them a while, and this store clerk rocks up to the guy riding the motorcycle and then punches the shit out of him. Like, damn bro, it's been 1 minute, y'all need to calm down. Funny enough, they all ended up going to the same place regardless, and the guy name is Dawi Hun and the girl name is Mira Yu. Eventually all the contestants were called to the floor, in which it begins the first actual battle for God of High School. And I'm not gonna lie, this shit started with a straight beat down, bro. Pretty much getting the weaklings down first, and this was round 1. And goddamn, no one, and I mean no one, was holding back. And bro, this guy Mori was doing the most craziest shit I've seen so far. Bro was doing a goddamn triple kick. Bro, it's episode 1, you already releasing special moves. I can't even do one kick. Out of nowhere though, they ended up bringing this convict to the arena, and bro just started taking shit down. Like, damn bro, relax. But low-key, not even Mira's attacks were even working on this nut job. Bro even thought he got a peek. Man, what the hell is you doing, bro? While he's doing all that, Mori proceeds to pull his pants down, talking about some
You like these cute things, huh?
and then this guy turns around saying,
Since you like the packaging, wanna see the inside?
Hey, yo, bro.
what you talking about,
Bro?
Moving on to the next day of the tournament, we then get introduced to some of the fighters who survived round 1, in which we see this strong fine shit, nerdy guy, this guy, and already this criminal's talking shit again. Talking about some, I'm about to kick your ass. And then he does this nonsense, but Mori ends up saving him from falling. Straight aura, I won't even lie. Now they're doing one-on-one fights, and of course, Mera, Mori, and Dewi are about to start. And bro, can we talk about some of these names that people have? AKA
the beast.
Then we got,
Yes, man.
like, bro, can we put a little effort into this? Like, can we get an actual name? We finally get our first real fight, and they were already throwing hands. This guy kept spamming combos on combos, and he kept getting hit by each one. But still, this guy was still able to tank all the hits and casually tells other people to pick him up. Man, who the fuck? Instantly, he goes in for the double kick just for him to block it with one of his arms, and then shit was going down. Bro kept spamming the same key. Relax, the keyboard's about to break. Then proceeds to drag him by the hair and just continues bashing him, bro. While bro kept hitting him, he was able to lock himself back in which he didn't hold back. But still, it wasn't good enough to defeat him, and bro just proceeds to walk to him and then continues to bitch slap him, telling him to
Forgive me.
bro. Yo, hey, if that was me though, if that was me, hey, I wouldn't let him talk to me like that, big bro. I wouldn't let him talk to me like that. Like, bro, calm down. The fight is actually already over. He even started tearing his arms apart like a stick. Relax. Out of nowhere though, Mori had enough and ends up stopping the fight because this guy wasn't even fighting back. Bro ends up hitting him with this super duper kick, then tells him to get up. I didn't even hit you hard enough. Bro, Mori made quick work of this guy, but sadly, the shit that Mori was doing was not allowed in the slightest. Out of nowhere though, this guy comes back and he ends up having all this dark aura surround him. We then get a flashback, and apparently this guy used to be a bitch and now he wants to man up. Regardless though, Mori still wanted to fight him, and he ends up hitting him with his infamous triple kick, which slams him all the way down with it. And I ain't gonna lie, even Mori had the judges shocked. He slept this guy in seconds. Bro, now he's scared.
Oh, nah.
Next fight's actually gonna be Mirror versus Strong Fine Shit, in which her name is actually Missun. I ain't gonna lie, we're just gonna call her Strong Shit because she is strong as hell, boy. What the hell? Shawty is still chewing gum while fighting Mirror, thinking shit's gonna be sweet. And apparently the only reason why she's even fighting in this tournament is so that her wish can come true and that she can get any man she wants. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, sign me up, bruh. I'm not gonna lie, Strong Shit was giving Mirror work, even hitting her with this WWE slam straight to the head. But still, Mirror wasn't gonna give up, and she low-key had me shook. Her hand was just as sharp as her sword, and that shit was able to slice this girl up. God damn, she ends up winning. Apparently, the only way Mori can actually get back into the tournament is defeating this guy, which he's one of the commissioners, and we already know how this is gonna go down. But Mori ends up having a tantrum because he wanted to fight the
Blondie.
But anyways, he still has to fight the green dude, and he ends up calling him the green four eyes guy. Like, yeah, that shit was crazy. But as their match begins, the green four eye guy ends up trying to get a sneaky punch in just for Mori to bounce that shit back and to ask for
more.
Gang, that should be a sign to wrap that shit up, bro. He's in a whole different realm. Moving towards the night, Mugen Park ends up giving Mori some fruits. I already knew some shit was going up because this guy ended up smirking, talking about this is gonna get your energy back up.
Lazy ass.
Mori ends up going home, and right off the bat, I was correct. Them shits were poison. And he ends up getting knocked out, coughing out all this goddamn blood. Moving on to the next fight though, we got Daewee versus, I'm not butchering this. And of course, this guy is wearing a tracksuit, so we're gonna call him a nerd. He's sitting here looking into that book, talking about some theories like, bro, Daewee just wants to box, bro, lock in. But I'm not gonna lie, that guy had a bag in him because he ended up stabbing Daewee right off the bat with a bat. How are you stabbing someone with a bat? And that shit was cold, low-key. But of course, that guy Daewee is not giving up, and in just one punch, he was able to destroy the guy's back. In his second attack, he started getting confused. And his last attack, it was straight boxing. Bro was dropping combo after combo, spamming every key that he can. I like that shit. But just before he was gonna attack him again, he won. This guy Mori is still slept on this fucking floor, but somehow was able to wake up due to the dream that he was having. I wonder what it was. This is where shit just went straight overkill. As soon as the match starts, Mori runs up to bro. He doesn't even know how he did it. Ends up saying,
You better lose these, they could break.
man, I almost fell off my goddamn fucking chair when he did that shit. This guy, Mori, ends up teleporting to bro, telling him to lose the glasses because he doesn't want them to get destroyed, and then pushes him. The match is over. This guy falls. But of course, the commissioner's mad as shit and ends up summoning this monster thing. And that was when shit started throwing down low key. But then the rest of the commissioners stopped him before this shit got dicey, and Mori ended up winning the match. So moving forward, we get to see Mera versus Daewee. And man, this fight was crazy. Apparently, Daewee's good friend was going through in the hospital the night before, and bro bro lost it. Bro was trying to kill Mara, even punching the wound that Mara got sliced with in the earlier episode. And you could tell that Mori was pissed. So when they got that next fight, Mori versus this NPC guy, Mori was just trying to end this shit quick, bro. He was ready for the finals. Then we get to see Jin Mori versus Dawi Hun. And instantly, these guys were not holding back, going blow for blow. Mori instantly going in for the combos, but Dawi low-key was holding himself against Mori. Low-key though, it was looking like they were equal at the match at the start, but they just kept going at it. Bro almost broke my chair. Mori started charging up an attack, hitting him with his infamous triple kick. Dawi ends up getting knocked down, but just before that, Mori was gonna help him get up. Dawi then hits him with this crazy ass combo. Bro just kept going. He didn't stop. As soon as he goes for the last hit, Mori ends up taking in some crazy blows. I'm not gonna lie, pause, bro. What am I saying right now? Just before they think the match is over, Mori ends up getting up and Dawi gets the news that his friend is actually gone, sadly. On top of that, Dawi already knew that Mori was gonna fight with everything that he had. Just before the match continued, Dawi actually ended up getting some news from Mara, which ended up lifting his spirits up, which finally locked him back into the fight. Now we finna see some crazy shit. And man, they were destroying the arena like crazy. The fight was so insane they had to switch the animation up. But bro, this guy Mori is just too damn good, bro. He ends up winning the match with ease once they locked in. Moving on, we then get to see a glimpse of Mori's grandpa getting ready to fight this nerdy ass guy in the red hoodie. But sadly, it cues off to Mori laying on the floor sobbing.
Fine shit, fine shit.
Moving on, we got Mara versus this NPC, and of course she made quick work and easily beat this bum. Apparently the tournament got switched to 3-on-3s due to Mugen Park realizing there's a lot of high promising fighters this year. Going back to Mori's grandpa though, apparently the people that he was fighting are called Nox, and I ain't gonna lie, they were not holding back against this old guy, pushing down this huge ass sword just on one old dude. Like, bro, relax. Bro, what the hell is this bunny? Apparently this bunny is a part of the evil organization and ended up piecing up the announcer in broad daylight. Like, bro, no one saw this? Like, no one saw this. The day goes by though, and the same bunny dude tries to kill one of the commissioners as well. More on that later though. We then get to see our first 3-on-3 fight, and apparently Mori has a new power, but ends up hitting the wrong pressure point, so he couldn't move the whole match. What a bum. But now we got Dawi versus Unk? How is he from high school? Going back to the commissioner, he made quick work out of that actual bum of a bunny, and at the same time, Dawi's fight with the uncle begins. At first, it was looking grim, but Dawi was able to make quick work off of this bun, hitting him with combo after combo. Pretty much, we get this old guy's backstory, and in short terms, he's slow. But low-key, I'll give him credit where it's due, because I ain't gonna lie, he is kind of strong, and he has his own powers, but Dawi was still able to defeat him in one big blow. So, is he really that strong? Going back to the commissioner, man, and this guy knows how to throw hands, bro, and their powers are absolutely insane. If you actually compare this to the actual high school fight work that's going on right now, it's mostly boxing, while these guys are using different powers that we've never seen before. Like, why am I seeing this guy from Hunter x Hunter and this guy with a whole fucking snake dragon thing, man? What the hell? And this girl, talking about some
Chewing on some balls? What?
make sure went dummy though, I won't lie. Despite all of this though, the two fools were able to run away and even left their partner, who just ended up blowing himself up. What a pussy. But at the same time, Mara was fighting this red hair chick who has this sort of light sword power, but that shit didn't mean anything towards Mara, and she ended up knocking her ass out in one blow too. Moving on though, we see this nerdy ass guy and this evil ass looking dude again, and their fight just begins. And not even in a second, this guy just stabs bro without even using his first move. Bro, the match just started. Bro proceeds to let his shark eat him up, and then all of a sudden this guy's maid ends up getting so mad that she ends up getting involved just for her ass to get cooked too. Bro just kept stomping on her. What the hell's going on? Someone's not gonna stop the match? Dawi ends up going into the arena and stopping whatever was just happening, but the nerdy dude ends up doing a sneak attack just to get his ass beaten even more. What a loser. Alright, so finally the new new rounds continue, and then we get to see this cousin duo, and we actually got to see Fine Shit versus this 7-1 Hulk dude. But crazy enough, she ends up knocking his ass out in one hit too. Shawty got that shit, I won't lie. But then we get to this guy, which, not gonna lie, bro had aura. So check it, bro walks into the arena, puts his hood on. His opponent just completely chatting, but as he does that, bro just tells him, you'll never be able to beat me. Then he just releases all of his spiritual pressure, like how Ichigo is flexing in Soul Society. I know this shit finna be heat. As the fight continues, this guy is just beating the fuck out of bro. Out of nowhere though, his opponent just releases his same black energy, and it was looking grim at first, until bro just came out with this 360 kick up tilt. What the fuck?
God damn, boy!
Fast forward a bit though, we then get to meet this guy again, and him and Mori were about to have a nice conversation until bro went in for the handshake, just for it to end up like a mini fight.
Relax! Relax!
You're not even in the arena. Out of nowhere though, this Grimjow guy comes out of nowhere trying to kill Jim Mori, but just before that, Park was able to block it, which ended up pissing off Mori even more because he couldn't even do shit. But now we move on to the next episode, and Mori gets a letter in the mail in which his grandpa is now chained up. So obviously bro went straight to get him. But the issue is that the match begins today. So now Mera is fighting first, which she is fighting a swimmer. Okay, lock in, bro. Like, bro looks so shiny and slimy. Mera couldn't even hit his stupid ass. But low-key, Mera was having some problems, and this guy was just, hey, yo, from the beginning. Another issue that she was also having was the fact that he was able to actually take her own weapon, and it looks like she might lose this fight. In the meantime, Mori was trying to save his grandpa, but that whole shit was a trap. Whole place just blows the fuck up completely, but Mori was still able to survive. Even now, Dawi's fighting Fine Shit. I ain't gonna lie, she a little too freaky for me, but Dawi didn't fall for that bullshit and just helps out Brody in the bathroom and ends up leaving. But then out of nowhere, Shawty comes out and ends up kissing him, then pulls this shit. Man, it should be me. It should have been me. But man, Mori low-key was pulling off his shit with this 1v100, but out of nowhere, bro pulls this shit right off and did it right this time. So you know this shit finna go down because now he don't even feel any pain. Back to Mera though, yeah, she's getting her ass beat, but last minute she was able to get her sword back and then unlocks her actual power, which then she just went dummy, slashing all these testicles with straight ease, easily beating this goofy ass guy. Then Mori sweeps in last minute with straight aura, and bro, Mori's match literally started in 1 second, and Mori hits this guy with the infamous triple kick, in which he also hit on the other guy's goofy ass friends, the one that literally tried to trap him. This guy Mori knocking the sense in both of these guys in the same hour, then hits them with the twin blue dragon kick, which beats them both up in the same way. How your mans get beat up the same way as he did? Alright, so moving on, we then get to see another fight, and now it's Dawi versus Park. So you know this shit finna go crazy. Off rip, they went in there straight boxing. Dawi was able to get her with this leg grab, but she was able to bounce back, and then Dawi for some strange reason had trouble standing due to Park's first attack. But out of nowhere though, Dawi was able to lock himself back and it ends up pushing her back, but it was clear that she didn't want to give up but still lost. We also got to see a bit of Dawi's new power, and that boy easily won that shit. But now we got the fight that we have been waiting for. Jin Mori versus Ippo Park. This shit is going crazy. As soon as this fight begins, it was already straight heat. Mori going in for a chain of attacks, but Park was able to bounce back with his own combo. They just kept dodging and attacking, but then Park was able to get in some 2 good hits. Bro slept Mori down, then started saying that he's bad at close combat, then says he's predictable. Then both of them use one of their special moves, but it just looks like Mori low-key was not locked in. With all of this happening, we then get to see Nox versus the commissioners again, and if I was being honest with you, I cannot tell what the hell is going on, but hey, it looks insane though. Like what is this? Back to Mori's fight, bro, and man, he is getting his ass beat. Bro's putting him in the defensive while still shit talking him. Out of nowhere though, this guy Mori uses one of Mira's techniques. How do you do that? Then he starts using Dawi's technique. He's in the zone. How are we doing it? Again, both of them release their techniques which reflect off of one another. Out of nowhere, nowhere though, this guy Park just transforms into the Nine-Tails Fox. Apparently the power that he actually used to transform is actually his true power, which is similar to the other powers that we've been seeing everyone use up to this point. But this shit didn't even phase Mori in the slightest. He instantly locks in, but bro couldn't even hit him in the first place. Then Park hits him with this up tilt leg kick air slash. What the? How is he doing this? And man, Mori was even struggling to get up, but it also looks like his attacks were effective on Park too. So it does kind of look like they're tied up right now. Despite all of this though, Mori did not give up. But then in the last second, Mori just taps into his own power and just blows the shit away. Park set aback because he knew he already lost the fight. And man, the sky's indoors? What's going on? These are not high schoolers, bruh. Am I seeing a sky in the arena? Now both of them are about to use their ultimate techniques. And man, Park was getting his ass beat. Bro got sat down. Randomly though, another fight breaks out and it looks like this guy's the reason. He's also trying to fight this dude who just turned into a demon. I can't even tell what the hell's going on. At the end though, he was able to kill him, but sadly Park's cousin and friend both lost their limbs. This obviously pissed Park off so much that he transformed into the Nine-Tails Fox straight from the eyes, bro, and kicks bro off the roof. Proceeds to drag his stupid ass all across the block. I won't even lie with you, Tyke has that dog in him. I won't even lie, because he was boxing up bro for the most part. Also, Park is not even holding back too, but shit looked like it wasn't even working. Bro is beating his ass like he did the first fucking time he fought Tyke. What? Bro's getting flashbacks mid-fight. Out of nowhere though, this guy Tyke just transforms into this demon and almost gets a hold of the key, which was the thing that was actually inside of Park all along. But then Nox was able to get it. But then one of the six were able to get it. But then Mori got it. God dang, now the US is dropping nuclear missiles? I won't lie, that's typical. Out of nowhere though, Mujin Park ends up teleporting all the kids to a random ass island. And man, Tyke was pissed because he wants that key because he knows the power that it holds. Now he's trying to fight Dewi and Mira, and sadly they got off screen. Now it's Mori versus Tyke, and that shit was low-key looking intense at first. Tyke didn't even give Mori a break to even breathe. Bro was just controlling the whole fight throughout. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even gonna explain what's even going on here. Like, what is this? But then Tyke was able to get a hold of the key and then proceeds to eat it? A baby? Angel wings. Bro just teleports and drags both Mira and Dewi straight to the ground, even blocking her sword attacks with one finger. Knocks out Dewi's ass out too. And low-key, Mori was holding up for a minute. Then Dewi and Mira were able to clutch up, but it didn't even look like shit was working regardless. But then Dewi gets stabbed in the back, which just triggers something in Mori. Apparently, Mori is actually a god himself. Throughout this whole series up to this point, we have been seeing people use the power of gods, but Mori is actually a god himself. And now some of his memories are coming back and he remembers what he used to be like, a demon. Out of nowhere, we see Mori's staff come straight from the heavens. Everyone is stunned while this guy Mori is just straight ore farming. He got the blue eyes with the little crown over his head. He's in that bag. And man, Mori was beating the shit out of bro. Out here weaving and then attacking. And even at this point, bro extends his staff off of his chest, then sends him straight to the sky. Then proceeds to run back on his staff to send his ass flying even more. Then proceeds to hit him with his own combo. I'm stunned. I'm not gonna lie, the chair's on one leg right now, bro. What's going on? Bro's on his knees now, bro. What's he doing? I know damn well this guy didn't just summon fucking lightning to strike this guy down. I won't lie, he is that guy. Ew.
Where your clothes at?
Nah, gang, this is not it. Where's your clothes at? I really don't even know what I'm seeing right now. This guy's now having other men come out of him, bro. Hey, yo, what? Now he's black? Even now at the end, everyone should start taking turns beating the fuck out of this guy with Mori, ending it with his special move, finishing the fight in style. At the end though, Mori's team ended up winning, and he actually ended up wishing that everyone involved with this battle gets healed, which concludes the show. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this shit was peak. So make sure y'all drop a like and subscribe as well. And I ain't gonna lie, that's gonna be it. Let's go.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.